Hey there everyone and welcome to some more Neo Monsters PvP. In this video we're going to be taking a look at my Link Storm team, which this is the first episode. I'm going to do 3, maybe 4 episodes on this team because I like it a lot. It's the one I'm using currently, so I'm making videos of it. And it's working very, very well for me. I've got a win rate of 90% or maybe a little bit over in the top bracket, so it's working brilliantly. And I want to talk a bit first about how I made this team and how it turned out like this. So the original concept was not Link Storm. The original concept was to use Stratustrike, because I love Stratustrike front lines, but not focus so much about the one-on-one. Instead, I wanted 4 monsters which are all stun immune or stun converter, and then to use a 5th slot purifier, so if they kill something then I can purify my team, and otherwise I have Jackalhotep in there to switch friend and bring in a purifier that had to be stun immune. So looking at my monsters, it ended up that Dracorosa was the one to switch in. There was the other stun immune monsters I wanted to use were Storm, so I ended up turning it into a Link Storm front and then playing into that a bit more. It works really well. My mid game is what you'll see it later on in this video, but it's got some sweepers and then going into Dolphreeze and otherwise just stalling with protectors. That works really nicely, and then the end game is it has a team turn in there. It has a couple of other monsters which I will talk about when it comes to it. If you want to see the team itself, then look in the description. I always include the team that I'm using in PvP in the description of these videos, so do go check it out there, but otherwise you'll see it as it comes into the matches. So the first match was incredibly quick. He was using a one-on-one and it just didn't work against, well, I went first because mine was faster. I got quite lucky with what it hit, and then yeah, we're just able to bring it together by using the Purify Mist, so his one-on-one wouldn't work on me. He just gave up immediately. So this next match, you can see it's a bit more of a normal match in terms of like, okay, I've actually got to I can't go with a core strategy here. I use Drakozord's Purify Mist instead of doing the switch friend, but I'm doing it now because I want the Defang, which if you don't know it is double toxic killer. I can see he's got some poison monsters around, so using that there. Also, I used Zeuswyrm's Roar because that gave me a bit more breathing room with Delugazar. One of the brilliant reasons why I wanted to use Zeuswyrm in the front line is because that Roar is brilliant if you have stun immune monsters. A lot of people have gone down on Roar and down on Stun Curse as well, but Zeuswyrm has got a brilliant moveset that's very adaptable, and you can really, do well with it. Yeah, so that Roar, because I was able to stun them but not stun my own team because it's stun immune, works out really well. So anyway, now things can go very nicely my way because I can protect with Drakozord, which is now going to shut down his Chromera. He can't do anything with that. I use Purify Mist, and that means Oakthulhu can't do a single thing because everything hits multiple enemies. So he can't do anything there. Then Stun Curse goes off, hits the Geomagnus, so kills that and stuns the rest of the team because I was able to leave him with stuff that could get stunned, and they're now taking complete control. Stun Curse is so underrated. I've gone on about it a few times on the forum, I think, because when you use it in the right team, it is very, very good. Right, so here, getting rid of Vivrizardon for whatever reason. Oh yeah, because I knew I couldn't kill a monster, and I wanted to then use Defang to kill Alpha Gear. So I did that, and then at this point, it may look like I'm in a really bad shape because he's about to get a load of turns and Penguinator's there. However, Zeuswyrm has exit plan, so I can exit plan into Malwing and then just stun him and keep killing stuff. So yeah, it's all in the bag, very easy. I actually didn't notice that Tridraken was asleep there. Or maybe I did, and I knew it was going to be poisoned anyway, so may as well just kill it off. But at this point, he's disconnected. I win by a disconnect. Unfortunately, I can't. He doesn't let me kill off all the monsters, but I think I only lost one monster here, which was the Tygoron right at the beginning, and then I just had control over everything. So yeah, it's a great example of where this team comes together very nicely for controlling stuff. I should have used Defang here as well, rather than Double Blood Crave. That was silly, but I was just like, okay, gotta be quick to try and clear out his monsters before he get the win. But anyway, moving into the next match. This is the final match of the video. It's a bit of a longer one, a bit more of I actually have to play a bit more intensely. So I'm going to try and Stun Curse his Leogeist by the looks of it. Oh no, maybe I'm not. Oh, I'm going into this blind, so I don't actually know what I do. Don't know what the match is going to be like. I just know the length of the match. So my 1-on-1 kind of works, yeah. It leaves Zeuswyrm awake, so Zeuswyrm can unfortunately kill my Tygoron. And then he's going to spam the Sleep All. But that's not going to work too well, because I've got Purify Mist and the potential for 2 Purify Mists. I'm deciding which to switch, because I think I may be tempted to switch Drakozord here. But no, I get rid of his Mogenator. Knocking that to the back is going to be good, because then it really can't do that much at all. Sorry, excuse me if you could hear that cough. So now it's the kind of classic wait for 1-on-1 to pass so I can use Double Survivor. He's trying to get rid of my Stratustrike. He does not want that being a problem for him later on. However, oh yes, and I want to keep his Sanctustag in there, because it's going to die via Stun Bomb Curse. Now, the thing is, if you time things right with the speed of your monsters, then you can do it so then the Stun Bomb Curse finishes before they wake up, which means in the case of something like Leogeist here, I believe what happens is Sanctustag dies, but dies before Leogeist wakes up. So Leogeist gets the turn, but actually doesn't get the turn, and gets past 130 seconds, and then they wake up. So it actually works out really well here. You get a quick sneak peek at my team there. I believe this is before I made the adaptations. It was before I evolved Dolphreeze, and I had to change the team very slightly. I'm doing these videos in chronological order, and in the later episodes you'll see the sort of updated version, which is actually working better. I didn't think it would be, but it's working a little bit better. So now we get the hit. Leogeist gets the turn, but Leogeist is actually asleep. Oh no, it's not this match. Okay, so I did get a turn, but that is theoretically possible, what I was talking about earlier. So now at this point, unfortunately I can't roll Blood Fury. That is one of the problems of having Drakozord there, but I think he's protecting, so you know he'll die off at some point. I can wait for that to charge. I really do not like Dusickian. I was trying to think, okay, what move am I going to do here? Seeing Dusickian next, I am not gonna have that. If you don't have Auto Poison, Dusickian is one of the most horrible monsters to face. So I'm still kind of passing time trying to get to Stratustrike. He can't actually do a lot, and he's probably going to end up charging my Drakozord before it gets a turn. So I'm taking out Leogeist because that's going to be a problem. I haven't actually got any stun coming in, but may as well kill it and get rid of Catmander too, because that can be a problem. And yeah, unfortunately he does get my Drakozord to hold ground, so he's able to kill it off before it gets a turn. It's very close though. I have a feeling it's very close to him messing up there and me getting Desperate Double. It's a bit unfortunate. Retribution can kill Angelion, but it didn't that time for him. And so I've got a lovely kill followed up by Raw Blood Fury here. I went for a safe bet on that monster. I think I go for Angelion here. Oh no, I'm removing that stun. Oh, because I wanted to keep Stratustrike alive. Yeah, it makes sense. So I wanted to keep Stratustrike alive there, and if I killed and allowed the Centurion, or however you, whatever it is, to come in, then it would have been able to kill off my Stratustrike and my Angelion before they got turns, which is not what I wanted at all. So I had to do it like that instead. Now this was before I evolved Dolphfrozen into Dolphreeze. Chrono Killer doesn't kill things one shot, not the tanky things, but as you can see it does a lot of damage. Angelion is very tanky. Yeah, this was me testing it around this time because it created 2 Diamonoids and it was just too strong. So I asked them to nerf it, and they did. So that now it just creates 1 Diamonoid, and it's a lot more balanced. So there's a lot of reason to evolve it. But back here it was 8 cost, and it has the full move set. It just doesn't have times up, and then it still creates the 2 Diamonoids, which is a massive benefit of like how to say it. It stalls the enemy team, which is what it's built to do in this team. So I actually have my own Diamonoid behind as well, so there's 3 there rather than 2. And what I want to do here is, I think I'm just kind of accepting that I'm going to get hit by Slayer So instead what I'm doing is just trying to take out as much of his team as I can. Unfortunately it didn't kill that Angelion, it really should have killed him. But oh well. And I think because he's going to come in with a wall breaker, I'm going to hit the Penguinator here. Oh no, I didn't, okay. Or maybe I wanted him to get stunned. That's why I looked at my team. I'm confusing myself here now. So, as we look at it now, he actually doesn't have a Slayer Bane Ore because he just removed my Stratustrike. Oh no, he does. Okay. Forget me. Don't mind me. So we're going into my end game here. Now, in my end game, I was trying to mainly just try out Voodoom. However, I ended up using it very well with Oakthulhu because those Voos which it makes in the enemy team set up Oakthulhu very nicely because they force the enemy to poison themselves and otherwise sets up the poison stun flash. Now also Novadrake has ridiculous stun that's just amazing. It's like an upgraded version of a shocker. So Voodoo Curse there, this has made it Astro Golem is gonna die in 100 seconds. It had a turn in 106 seconds, so it's gonna die just before it gets a turn, which is perfect. I can't remember what I do at this point. I'm deciding whether or not to either double repulse and then stun them, or to use stun flash. I think I might have remembered Mojonator had the stealth on it, so I was removing that first. But anyway, so now we've stunned Dasikian. I'm setting up defense, and I'm able to just start sweeping away what they have. I know Astro Golem's about to die. Do I want to remove that poison? Apparently I do. Okay, I want to heal Valzarane. Oh, because he was going to purify anyway, of course. So Astro Golem dies, Penguinator comes in. I can now poison 2 things and then stun their whole enemy team, which gives me complete control. So that's one of the things which is not so obvious if you look at this backline, but it's very good for stunning the enemy team, and it's controlled stuns. It's not like stunning entrance, stun revenge, where it may get countered by anything they have out at the time. Instead, you're choosing when the stuns happen, so you can use them to really control what's going on. And I think in modern day terms, that's where stun works very well, compared to in the past where you could just spam it. Now you have to kind of think a bit more, and those things work well. So anyway, as you can see, I've won the match. It's a bit of a tricky one, but once this team came out, I got control again, and it worked really well. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and there's a couple more episodes to come after this one showing the same team. So I'll see you then.